Imagine a world where extreme weather events become the norm, where sea levels rise, engulfing coastal cities, and where wildlife struggles to adapt to rapidly changing habitats. This could soon be our reality, thanks to a phenomenon known as global warming. As we journey through the 21st century, this reality becomes more tangible with each passing year. Global warming, a term often used interchangeably with climate change, refers to the long-term increase in Earth's average temperature. But it's more than just a slight shift in the thermometer, it's a complex, multifaceted issue with far-reaching impacts on our planet. At the heart of global warming is the greenhouse effect, a natural process where gases in Earth's atmosphere trap the sun's heat, keeping our planet habitable. However, human activities over the past 2 centuries have tipped the scales, leading to an increase in these heat-trapping gases, primarily carbon dioxide and methane. This has resulted in an enhanced greenhouse effect, causing our planet to warm at an unprecedented rate. The potential impacts of this warming are profound and far-reaching. Picture rising sea levels that threaten to submerge coastal cities, leaving millions displaced. Envision the ice caps, these vast white expanses at the poles melting away, disrupting habitats and contributing to further sea level rise. Consider extreme weather events, droughts, heat waves, storms becoming more frequent, more intense. And it's not just the physical world that's at stake. Wildlife too faces an uncertain future. Species across the globe are struggling to adapt to rapidly changing habitats, with some on the brink of extinction. Why is this happening at such an alarming rate? The answer lies largely in our hands. Human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation and intensive agriculture, are major contributors to these increased greenhouse gas emissions. We've essentially thrown fuel on the fire, accelerating a natural process with our actions. As inhabitants of this planet, it is crucial to understand what global warming is and how our actions contribute to it. Recognizing our role in this crisis is the first step towards making a difference. And remember, while the problem is global, the solutions start with individual actions. So, what exactly is global warming? Well, in simple terms, it's a long-term increase in Earth's average temperature. But it's not just about warmer weather. It's about changes that are happening in our environment, changes that affect the very balance of our planet. You see, our atmosphere works a bit like a blanket, thanks to a natural process known as the greenhouse effect. This effect is what keeps our planet habitable, allowing it to maintain a temperature that can support life. Gases in our atmosphere like water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide trap some of the sun's heat, preventing it from escaping back into space. However, the problem arises when this blanket gets too thick, and that's where we humans come in. Over the past few centuries, particularly since the Industrial Revolution, we've been pumping out these greenhouse gases at an unprecedented rate. Every time we drive a car, use electricity from coal-fired power plants, or heat our homes with oil or natural gas, we release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Even seemingly innocent activities like throwing away trash that ends up in landfills produces methane, another potent greenhouse gas. And it's not just about the gases we're adding. We're also removing the planet's ability to absorb these gases. Forests, for instance, are natural carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. But by cutting down forests, we're reducing the Earth's capacity to cope with these gases. These human activities are leading to an increase in the concentration of these gases in our atmosphere. As a result, more heat is being trapped, which is increasing the Earth's average temperature. This warming is causing significant changes in our climate system, leading to more frequent and severe weather events such as hurricanes, droughts, and heat waves. And the warming trend we're seeing today is happening at a rate that's much faster than any natural warming process. Hence, each time we burn fossil fuels or cut down forests, we are essentially turning up the planet's thermostat. Global warming isn't just about hotter summers and milder winters, it's much more than that. Imagine a world where coastal cities are underwater due to rising sea levels. This isn't a scene from a dystopian novel. It's a very real possibility if global warming continues unchecked. As the Earth's temperature rises, ice caps and glaciers melt, leading to a significant increase in sea levels. This isn't just a problem for the polar bears or penguins, it's a problem for the millions of people living in coastal cities worldwide. Now let's shift our gaze from the oceans to the skies. The increased temperature isn't just causing ice to melt, it's causing weather patterns to change, resulting in more frequent and severe storms, droughts, and heat waves. These extreme weather events aren't just inconveniences, they're life-threatening disasters that can wipe out entire communities. But the impact of global warming isn't limited to just humans. The world's ecosystems are in danger too. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are being bleached and killed off due to warmer ocean temperatures. As these reefs die, so do the countless species that rely on them for food and shelter, leading to a ripple effect that disrupts the entire ocean food chain. On land, animals are forced to adapt to changing climates or face extinction. Polar bears, for example, are losing their icy hunting grounds and are struggling to find enough food. Birds are changing their migration patterns, which can lead to overpopulation in some areas and extinction in others. Insects too are affected, which can disrupt pollination and lead to a decline in plant life. In essence, global warming is changing the very fabric of life on Earth. It's not just about us, it's about every living thing sharing this planet with us. The consequences of global warming are dire and far-reaching, affecting not just wildlife but every aspect of life on Earth. And remember, once these changes occur, they are incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to reverse. It's a domino effect that can change the world as we know it, and not for the better. The consequences of global warming are dire and far-reaching, affecting not just wildlife, but every aspect of life on Earth. While the Earth's climate has changed naturally over millions of years, the rapid warming we're experiencing now is not natural. As we delve deeper into the human role in this crisis, it's crucial to understand the major sources of greenhouse gas emissions. First, the burning of fossil fuels. This includes coal, oil, and natural gas, primarily for electricity and heat. When these fuels are burned, they release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, which trap heat in our atmosphere, leading to global warming. Second, deforestation. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, one of the main greenhouse gases. When forests are cut down, not only do we lose these natural carbon absorbers, but the carbon stored in the trees is released back into the atmosphere, further contributing to global warming. Third, agriculture. The agricultural sector contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions through methane from livestock and rice cultivation, nitrous oxide from fertilized fields, and carbon dioxide from on-farm machinery. Now, how do our individual actions tie into this? Well, every time we drive a gas-guzzling car, heat our homes with oil or gas, or use electricity from coal-fired power plants, we're indirectly contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. Similarly, our choices in food, particularly a preference for meat and dairy, contribute to methane emissions from livestock farming. When we waste food, it ends up in landfills, where it decomposes and emits methane, a potent greenhouse gas. Even our consumption habits play a role. When we buy products, they've likely been produced using fossil fuels, whether in the manufacturing process, the shipping, or both. The picture might seem bleak, but it's important to remember that every action counts. By becoming more energy efficient, reducing our waste, choosing sustainable products, and supporting renewable energy, we can all play a part in reducing our carbon footprint. Remember, we're not just talking about saving polar bears or preserving beautiful landscapes. We're talking about the survival of our own species. Our choices and actions have a direct impact on the health of our planet. The situation may seem grim, but it's not hopeless. We have the knowledge and tools to fight global warming. It's time we put them into action. There are numerous initiatives and policies aimed at mitigating global warming. A key initiative is the transition to renewable energy sources. By harnessing the power of the sun, wind, and water, we can dramatically reduce our dependency on fossil fuels, the primary source of greenhouse gases. Moreover, the promotion of sustainable practices is another powerful weapon in our arsenal. This can range from sustainable farming practices that reduce methane emissions, to the simple act of recycling, which cuts down on waste and conserves resources. But it's not just about large-scale changes. Individual actions can also make a significant difference. By making conscious choices, like using public transportation or cycling instead of driving, eating less meat, and reducing, reusing, and recycling, we can each reduce our carbon footprint. Furthermore, planting trees and greenery not only absorbs carbon dioxide but also provides habitat for wildlife, contributing to biodiversity. It's essential to understand that the fight against global warming is not a sprint but a marathon. It requires consistent effort and commitment from each one of us. Remember, every action counts. Together, we can turn the tide against global warming. In the past 10 minutes, we've taken a journey through the causes and consequences of global warming. We've explored its definition, examined its impact on our planet, and discovered how our actions contribute to this crisis. We've also looked at potential solutions, from policy changes to personal actions. Addressing global warming is not just about saving the environment, it's about preserving our home for future generations. The time to act is now. Share your thoughts in the comments, and how do you help contributing climate change? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.